Knowing the years that these girls have spent investigating their father's murder, the leads that they've followed, and the doors that have been shut in their face, if you knew them like I do, and if you could hear their story, you would want to help them find justice too.
Welcome back. That was the voice of the host of Small Town Forgotten podcast, Chris Hulsey. He, along with his cousin Sean Lee Martin, have been documenting Andrea and Angela's search for justice in the murder of their father, Jimmy Wade Martin. Their work led to an arrest in Jimmy's murder just this past August. And now the family awaits the new suspect's trial. Thank you all for joining us. So, Chris, you were 4 years old?
I was 4 years
you
old
were
when
four,
Jimmy passed.
and Sean, you were 15. So
Yes,
you're the oldest of this crew.
Yes, I am.
How much did you understand? How much did you understand about what the family was experiencing?
Oh, very, very much. I was 15 years old. The Martin family was a very tight, loving family, and Jimmy Wade was he was like an all-star in the family, a highlight in the family. So this was devastating for our family. It broke the family. And even the town, Bonne Terre, a town of like 4,000 back in '89. So this was a
Why
devastating...
was it so riveting to the whole town? It's because in small towns, everybody knows everybody?
Absolutely. Jimmy was murdered less than 20 feet from someone's front door. So it is a small town. The streets are small. The town is small. Everybody knows everybody.
So you guys really became citizen detectives. Is that how you describe yourselves?
Absolutely. Yeah. Inspired by
Inspired
the two
by
of them.
them.
Yeah.
So once the podcast is up and running, though, as I understand it, local authorities started listening.
Yes.
Yeah, so after we started the podcast, because the girls have been trying to get attention and get justice for a long time, but once Small Town Forgotten, we stepped in, we got the podcast out there, and we're able to get eyeballs. I feel like that put law enforcement in a position where they needed to at least take a meeting with us.
Basically, you made so much noise they couldn't ignore you.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A lot of noise.
Yeah, because like Missouri State Highway Patrolman Lieutenant Donnie Crump, what role did he play in this one?
Lieutenant Crump was instrumental in sort of moving this case forward. We put out one episode of the podcast. That was less than 4 years ago. November 13th of 2020 was our first episode. We had a meeting with Lieutenant Crump and the police department within a month of that first episode.
Wow. So the case was officially reopened, but as I said, I have Jimmy's Bible here, and I'm being very careful with this because this is your dad.
Yeah.
And I understand. And a big part of it was getting certain evidence that you were not able to access. Yes. And you were saying in the break before, the gentleman who was arrested and then cleared, he played a role in you getting pivotal evidence.
Yes. We had saw him. I had saw on a local app that he was arrested because we couldn't. We had
not for my dad.
Not for my dad. Something else.
Yeah.
And he was in the county jail, and we showed up at the county jail.
What did you go to what was your intention when you went to the county jail?
I want to know what happened and what role he played, and if he was arrested, he had to be around. So I wanted answers.
And the answers that he could provide were in the police report, as I understand, because he was charged initially in the crime.
Yes.
He had access to his case.
Yes.
And his attorneys, right?
Yes.
I think some of what we thought may have happened was confirmed within the case file.
What did you think had happened that night?
That it was a bar fight, and
Yeah, we got to be careful
We have
on
to be
getting into the
very
specifics
careful.
of what happened.
And the reason being is because this past August 22nd, St. Francis County Grand Jury indicted a new suspect, Wesley Marler, and he was charged with 1 count of assault in the first degree. Then August 30th, a warrant was issued for his arrest. And that's why this is still very sensitive, because it is ongoing. It's an ongoing investigation. You received a call from the Assistant Attorney General's office with how they did it. What did they tell y'all?
They just said
we got him.
We got him.
Yes. And I don't think we were really prepared for the emotional roller coaster ride that we've been on the last couple months.
Yes.
Your mom's reaction to all of this?
Emotional.
Yeah, she paced her house. She was like, I can't quit pacing. And, you know, we had done a lot of things that as a mother you would worry about your kids doing, but she knew, like, I can't stop them. They're going to do what they want to do.
What were y'all
And-
thinking as they were doing these things that could have put them in risk?
Oh, we were inspired. They're Martins. Our family
That's what they're
is
known
like
as.
that, and
Yeah.
the two of them, the whole town, like they're just rock stars in the town, and
When
a
they,
lot of
when
drive.
they get on, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
They've never stopped.
You were both at Wesley Marler's arraignment. Wesley Marler has pleaded not guilty. We reached out for a comment from the attorney. We did not get a response. However, Chris Hartman, that's Marler's attorney, said in a statement to us that I have to read, we believe that when all of the evidence has been presented and reviewed, that Mr. Marler would be exonerated and this charge and his innocence will come to light. So this is an ongoing
Yes.
case here. And without litigating the evidence, it is proof, though, that when a family pulls together, that you
Yes.
can get answers.
Yes.
Yes.
That is this whole story, is that this family, with the inspiration that these girls gave us when Small Town Forgotten came together, and everyone keeps driving and keeps working at it, that good things can happen.
And now it's
Yeah.
expanded. I know that you plan to use the podcast to look at other cases.
Yes, absolutely. This is just. We feel like this is just the beginning of what Small Town Forgotten can do for other families. Our writer, Vanessa Martin, is like, we are a bullhorn for families that have been ignored and forgotten, and we can do that. And that's when families come together.
And I know that you are also working on legislation to make it easier for families to be able to access critical records in cases like this.
Right. Yeah, because I
We
went
had a lot
through
of-
the sunshine request law, denied. I'm like, because it's an active case, but nobody had looked at it in over 20 plus years. So to me, that's not active.
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
and I feel like no one's going to put their heart and soul into it like a family that has a family member murdered.
Yes.
I'll ask you this, guys. What do you think their dad would think of the hard work they put in?
Oh, there's no question he's looking down and he is proud.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell other families?
Don't give up.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
We wanted to a lot.
Yeah.
And we wanted to a lot. Like, whenever we had this thing, I'm weak, she's strong, I'm weak. And other people don't have that. And that's
Yeah.
why I would like to help families. I just call me if you need me.
Yeah, I mean, because there's times where it would have been very easy to stop.
Yes.
I mean, all the doors, all the hurdles, we always joke that there was a picture of us at the sheriff's department that said, "Crazy twins, don't answer." And, it's like we felt very helpless. We felt defeated. We
Yeah.
felt very hopeless. And then Sean called and said, "What about a podcast?" And without Small Town Forgotten,
we wouldn't.
and they have been our voice.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Well, you are amazing. And thank you so much to the Martin family, Andrea, Angela, Chris, and Sean. Please listen to Small Town Forgotten wherever you get your podcast and follow them on Instagram, Small Town Forgotten.